Mountain Man School. All right. What's happening, good people? It's me again. I'm back at it. It's your boy Dre Montez, and doing another show, as I told you I would be doing. So you have that, but it's all good. But welcome to what I want to call the pilot episode, a new show I want to bring out next year, and it's going to be called Who's to Blaze with Dre Montez. It's a cannabis show. Whether you're a grower, you cook with cannabis, whatever you're doing with cannabis, I want to talk to you. I want to bring you on the show. If you're local, especially in the Missouri, Illinois, surrounding area, we need to talk. You can get a hold of me through several ways through the social media platforms. On Facebook, we have a page, as you can tell. You can inbox me here, as well as on Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, and YouTube Dre Montez, as well as TikTok Dre Montez 63. Several ways to get a hold of me. But this is the pilot episode. Initially, it's going to start out in a way that we're just basically going to just chill, play a little card game, and you're going to tell me about how cannabis is in your life. Again, if you're a grower, you cook with it. If cannabis is in your everyday life, now if you're just out here just smoking to be smoking and just want to get on the show, that's a different time. But if you're really involved, we need to talk. But hey, anyway, here we go. We're here at Great Grizzly Better Day here in Soulard. Come on down. Come on down. We're on the island, as the locals call it. We're on the island, as the locals call it. And today is one of the biggest party times of the year. That the New Year's is what the kids like to call Skanksgiving. There it is. Where them hoes put out and them dudes do naughty things. But don't forget, you have kids in the house because there's somebody in your house that wasn't there yesterday. Number two, tomorrow is Turkey Day. Number three, make them leave the house and not spend the night, and you will be safe right there. That's the most important thing. And by the way, respect people houses. All my 420 people out there, where you at? Raise your hand if you're in the building. Okay, all right. So we have to respect people houses. Just because we think it smells good, they don't think it smells good. So please be considerate of others that are smoking weed. And mostly we're going to hear from the young college students who are going to come home and try to tell their uncle they got that good. They've been smoking that shit. Uncle, I got you right now. Come on out here, nephew, and fuck with it. You don't hear all that dialogue over the holiday break here, this Thanksgiving Eve. We got joining us right here. What's up, Big Sexy in the building? What's up, my man? Big Sexy in the building. Big Sexy, I was just telling these guys and these folks, people listening, that this is the pilot episode. I got a new show I'm going to bring called Who's to Blaze. It's a cannabis show. If you're in the cannabis business, I want to talk to you. If you're cooking with cannabis, I want to talk to you. If you just smoking to be smoking, we can holler at each other later and play video games. I got you on that level. But from a business standpoint, I want to show how many people that I've met in the past few months in the cannabis growing business. It is amazing. In the minorities that are involved, the women that are on top of this thing it's just incredible. This is from a local standpoint I'm talking about. And the food, oh man. I went to an event last week again. Shout out to THC, the Hustle Campaign. Appreciate that. That was a really, really great event put on at the Graffiti Loft in Soulard. Shout out to my man Jason. It was just an overall great event. So anyway, it's Thanksgiving Eve. It's a big party night. Let's be responsible. Love thy family. Appreciate the people that are in town. And don't take family members that talk too damn much to your favorite party spot tonight, because they're going to know your damn nickname tomorrow. There's going to be some embarrassing shit. Let's be mindful and respectful of that. But other than that, Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and I'm being joined today by my man Brandon here with Elite Homegrowers, which is a cannabis-based business. What up, my man Brandon? What's going on?
Y'all? What's up? Appreciate the invite.
Yeah. I appreciate the pregame show. So
Oh yeah.
the concept of the Who's to Blaze show, the chill and convo portion of the show is going to come from us smoking before the show, or if the guests would like to smoke on air, we'll do that. I'm gonna leave it up to the guests because the show is for the guests. It's not for me. The show is for the guests, so keep that in mind. So we smoked before the show, and we had some
Cake batter.
cake batter.
Yeah,
This is your own version of cake batter.
that's our version. Yeah.
Well, why the name?
That's just the name of the strain.
The name of the strain?
It's from a breeder named Jokes Up, and they part of the group that created Runts. And it's just one of those strains. Actually, like they start taking them off the market now, and we had bought some a while back ago, and we got that one, and we got a couple of phenos of it. That was the one pheno that just yielded a little bit more.
Okay.
It didn't have the aesthetics to it for real. It still looked cool. And then we got this number two pheno that kind of took the runts on a little bit better because it's just runts mixed with a bunch of wedding cakes basically. And, but this number two pheno kind of got a little bit more exotic smell to it and a little bit more color.
That stronger odor, that grimace looking type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for the people who don't know, what are runts?
Runts. I don't know what runts. I don't know what the cross of runts is. But it's just an exotic cannabis strain for real.
An exotic cannabis strain is runts. So again, if you're just tuning in, yes, it's my third show today. So yeah, we're going hard in the paint. We got one more at 4:00 at Friendly's. But this show right now with Great Grizzly Bear and Soulard. Stop on by. They have great IPAs
and they got happy hour right now.
There's some Indian Pale. They got Indian Pale and some Pale down here. For $1.50, some 16 ounces. They got $2 rumperments down here, and also a bacon chicken wrap with one side. Get on down here. You got to eat before you party tonight. What they always say the next day after you done lost your damn mind, when you wake up the next day, dry heaving, drinking water out the jug like you're a Great Dane. They said, well, you didn't eat yesterday.
Nothing.
So I'm telling you now, go ahead and eat. Get that out the way. Grab you something to eat. No turkey. Get out the kitchen. Get your hand out the pot. Close my oven. Go somewhere and eat. Go right now. You should be hanging out with your dad, your uncle, or your grandpa if you're home from school right now, smoking a cigar, discussing what happened when you first got away from home. You should be having that talk right now because your daddy, your grandpa, and your uncle did not go to work today. Don't let them do that. Do not smoke weed with them. Have the conversation over a cigar first. But this show is going to be cannabis, and I'm just telling you about the specials right now down here at Great Grizzly Bear. Be careful tonight. Have a good time. But on this level here of elitehomegrowers.org, you can find out a little bit more information. It's my man Brandon here on the pilot episode of Who's to Blaze with Dre Montez. We're going to start it next year. But this is just the pilot episode. I want to see what this is going to be like, what's the feedback is going to be like, and does this thing have legs? And just like in the movie Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan, you got legs. This thing has legs. We're going to roll with this thing. So this is the first episode, pilot episode. We're going to go from there. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you're in the area, stop on by and say hello. We're on the patio. We're on the patio. We just pregame with some cake
batter.
Cake batter. The strain. Do you have a favorite strain that's out there? Do you have one that
No, I like more of the OG type of stuff, like the Cam 91. That's pretty good. I had a couple runs of that was pretty good. And for real, I just stick with some of the older breeders. Really, I don't really have a favorite strain though. I came across some nice ones, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite strain.
Right.
Especially just the way cannabis is evolving now. You got so much new stuff on the market that I really like looking at the variety, just seeing what type of variety out there. Because I like them all for real. You know what I'm saying? Some come out better than others, but I like them all. The process is all the plants kind of look different. They give off different traits and stuff like that.
Does that make you want to experiment more
Oh yeah, oh
But
yeah, yeah. That's
some
what got
fail. Some probably went damn well. You're like,
right,
damn, wait a minute, I gotta do that again.
right. Yeah. Them the ones you run again to see if you can get that full potential out of it. And it's just I don't know, man. It's amazing. Like it completely changed my life. Like growing changed my life.
How long you been involved in growing?
And growing probably about maybe 8 years, 7 to 8 years. Not a real long time, but it gave me enough time to evolve. You know what I'm saying? And it really became a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Even before we launched the nonprofit, like it was a part of my life.
Okay, before we get into your not for profit, when people get into something, it's like majority of people I know that smoke. Not too many people get onto the manual side, the growing
Right,
side.
right.
Actually knowing what it's coming from, what's involved in this, what I'm smoking every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take that on the alcoholic side and drinking side of things, how many drinkers really go on the other side of the beer and say, you know what, I'm gonna make my own shit.
Right,
Or I'm gonna
right.
go home and make my own gin, my own vodka, my own scotch, my own Hennessy, my own cognac, whatever it may be. But when it comes to the lifestyle of cannabis, people are really taking on right now.
Right, right.
Cannabis, cannabis, Bitcoin, and podcasting, those three things have lit up in a way that only a rare breed of people probably saw it going. Probably some people like the housing crisis people that profited off of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
but on the cannabis side of it, you have a not-for-profit called EliteHomegrowers.org. That's the way to find out about them. Go to EliteHomegrowers.org. But my man Brandon here going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah. So what we do is basically we teach cannabis education. So we have right now we have grow classes, and we have a stock investing class with cannabis and a cooking class that we do. And those are all at our office. We have an office building right off of Lackland Road in Maryland Heights off of Lackland and Page, across the street from the Hooters down there. And we do those classes, and we also offer services too for home growers doing setups and grow maintenance. We'll kind of help come out to the home and set the tents up or do the room build outs for you. And if you just need help kind of caring for the plants afterwards and just need kind of like some hands-on help, we also offer those services too. And then we're just kind of we do some events too throughout the year. Like I was telling you about earlier, we do the Halloween party every year for Halloween, and we do a car show, a cannabis and car show, kind of maybe around in June. So we mix a couple events in, and we've been talking about doing a couple more. We just kind of got to decide which ones. If y'all ever been to Halloween, though, Halloween probably our bigger event throughout the year.
Where you normally have that at?
It used to be at this place called Skate Laborious. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
you heard of that
Very
place?
familiar with Saint
Yeah,
Laboratory.
yeah, yeah. So, but they do a lot of construction down here. Trying to get the church back up to code. So hopefully by next year, maybe we can have it back down there. This year we did it at the South Broadway Club,
Okay.
the
South Ryan
athletic
Athletic
club.
Club. Yeah. Great
Yeah.
place. Great people.
Oh yeah, real good people down there. They took care of us, and it was still a good time down there. You couldn't smoke inside at Skate Laborious. It was on a private property.
Right.
We could smoke inside of there, but we still had a good time out there. It's still a good time. It'd be a weird time of year because it get cold around that time, and then it'd be raining and stuff. So it'd be a weird kind of time of year for people to get out. But I think everybody had a good time. Had like a this year we had a body painter there, and then a
A
lady.
body painter.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up. I love that. I went to one of those at Glow, the Glow Glass Factory on Delmar back in
Oh
the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Back in the day, it was one of those naughty parties or something like that. And they
Yeah,
had a person
yeah.
doing that. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. We had another lady that was doing like dances with fire hoods and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. DJ, and then you can smoke outside. We got a couple smoking areas outside and then upstairs. So it still worked out. It still work out.
Is your next event or upcoming events on the website of homegrowers.org?
They will be. Yeah, when we have them, that's what we'll post them at or on social media. We have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and it's just Elite Home Growers.
Elite Home Growers
Yeah,
is the way to
Instagram,
find out.
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, it all. It's right there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been working out, man. It's about a year. three or four for us right now.
And you say you guys.
Yep, we got a chef, and we have the class.
How many of you guys cook with cannabis, or have eaten food cooked with cannabis outside of outside?
She just had some before she came
Let's
to
cook it.
work.
Let's cook
Oh man.
But I'm amazed at how many people are doing not just gummy bears and
Right,
cookies and
right,
brownies.
right.
They're really getting out there into this, expanding, doing like live streams and cooking shows with this on TikTok and YouTube. Like that young lady that was at the party. Again, shout out to THC, the Hustle campaign. I think her name was Veronica.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep,
she
yep.
had these incredible cheesecake little cupcakes that
Yep.
were cannabis
It
infused.
was an apple cheesecake.
Look here,
It was real
look here.
good.
I almost embarrassed myself and the family name. I almost licked that whole thing in public at the point. Like, I was looking over my shoulder like, wait a minute. You ever ate something so damn good? You're looking around like, I gotta make sure nobody's seeing me do this.
Right. Hey, Jason was smashing his. That's his name.
Yeah, yeah,
Jason.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he had smashed his.
That was something else,
Yeah, it
man.
was good. It was rich.
I think
It was real good.
that's probably my third cannabis based event
Mm-hmm.
ever. That was like had real marketing to it,
Right,
professionally done,
right, right.
at the venue that fit the whole
Yeah, yeah,
campaign.
yeah.
I
It was
mean,
nice.
it was
Yeah,
nice. It was
good.
nice. Again,
Right
shout
here.
out to Graffiti Lofts and my man Jason. That was a wonderful event, and that food was off the chain. It was to the point. It wasn't, 30 different damn items, and you're wasting food and salmonella, and people getting sick and shit.
Right, right,
It
right.
was to the point.
That roasted
Yeah,
turkey
I
was
think
good.
everything was gone.
Yeah, yeah. By the time we all left out of there, it was all gone. It was all
I
gone.
don't think there was nothing left at all. If you're
Yeah.
just tuning in, this is not the normal of any of my shows, Montez at Midday or Who's to Blame the podcast. This is the pilot episode of Who's to Blaze. It's going to be a cannabis show. I talk with local cannabis growers, influencers, people that cook with cannabis, have a cannabis lifestyle. And not just people that just, there's nothing wrong, not knocking you at all. If you just sit around and smoke all day, that's something different. We can talk about that on Madden, NBA 2K22. But for business and trying to put your name out there and what you're doing out there, we're going to try to do it this way, and it will be provided through YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook as well, and possibly, hopefully, knock on wood, on Roku TV if everything goes right. But yeah, this is going to debut in 22, but it's the pilot episode, and we're here at Great Grizzly Bear in Soulard. This is my man Brandon with EliteHomegrowers.org. Go there. Can they find out your next event on there? Or is it just
Yeah.
show?
Nah, there'll
Okay.
be events on there, classes, and any information about the nonprofit usually posted there, and Instagram and Facebook. So
Look at that. Look at
yeah,
that.
usually
See?
when we learn something new, we kind of post it on all of the platforms. So
You got some swag you want to show the people if they want to get some
we
swag
got a
from you?
little swag.
Little swag,
We don't have none in stock right now. I'm not gonna lie. But we about to get some more
We thought we'd
t-shirts
swag
in.
it out today.
Yeah, yeah.
We
We
got to
about to get
swag
some
it
more
out.
t-shirts in. And the t-shirts actually part of a donation program with Field State. And so we kind of trying. We have some programs kind of giving back to the community, like the equipment donation program, and we like accepting
Check out
certain.
that website though,
Yeah,
elitehomegrowers.org. Check it out. You can find a whole lot more about the program. When you say you got all these different programs that people can do through what your not for profit is doing, do you go from zero in the growing process? How far back do you go, and how far do you take them in the growing process?
wherever they need to be led. Like
So
some
somebody that's
people.
stuck in neutral right now, that's at home right now, just
Yeah,
they got everything, but damn it, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
we help with any side of the process. So we got people that just started that we help out. We got people that's been growing for a while that just need like extra hands in the
Is there a
garden.
service number they can reach out if they get with you guys? Is there's always
Um,
somebody they can contact? Or is it
yeah,
your
just
business
through
out?
email.
Through
Yep,
email?
yep. Our email is just contact@elitehomegrowers.org. You can shoot us an email there, and somebody will get back with you and kind of figure out, assess the situation. Usually, we try and go out and do an assessment I see what that person has that
Check
they
your
already
shit out. Make
check
sure
it
you
out
up on the
first.
up and up. Make sure you know what the fuck you doing before you
Right,
go down this path.
right,
Because
right. 'Cause
the
it's a
growing
lifestyle.
process, this
It's a
exactly.
lifestyle,
When
man.
we were talking the other day, there are people that just smoke weed, smoke cannabis, just smoke. They just smoke. They smoke. They don't know the other side. And the people that know the other side, you can tell when you get with them because there's a conversation about the process of how we get into this meat and smoke right now. And I want you to hear me out and listen. And if you don't listen, you're probably not going to smoke with that person again. So take in that moment and exercise that moment. It's like going to your dealer back in the day and him and his girl just got into it. You're not getting your shit till you hear him out.
Got a quick story for you,
Man, I
man.
gotta go. I gotta go.
I need my sack, man. I got other places to be.
I gotta go to the barber shop. I gotta drop this off. I gotta go to the gig. I gotta go. But that's what I'm talking about. So so it doesn't matter what process you in of the growing stages. Elite home growers can help you out. Go to
It's like,
elitehomegrowers.org, find a little bit more information. My man Brandon and his crew will help you out, get you out of neutral and put you in a drive. Or maybe you need to get in drive because you're parked all the damn time. Uh-oh, hit
right,
rock water
right,
somewhere.
right.
I like that cake is kicking in right now.
Yeah. I like how it smokes, man. It smokes pretty good.
So again, the whole concept of the show, this is the pilot episode. It's coming in 22. It's going to be called Who's to Blaze. I'm going to bring on local cannabis influencers that are into the growing stage as a business, into cooking, whatever venue in it's cannabis based. I want to talk to you. We're going to come on the show. We're going to chat it up. We're going to chill and convo. We'll smoke either before the show or during the show, depending on you and how you feel. And we're just going to capture this whole cannabis experience through live streaming here locally through Missouri and Illinois. Boom. So on the other side of that, if you have a business you're trying to get some marketing and advertising with, maybe you can be a part of this. And we'll offer everything to you that basically being a part of a television show. I'll be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and we're working on something right now with Roku. So stay tuned for that as well. But this is where I'm seeing this is going here. So we have Montez at midday, Who's to Blaze the podcast, and Who's to Blaze. All those are going to be wrapped up in one. But this is the pilot episode of this. So if you're in the cannabis business, you want to share your growing story, share your business, share your influence knowledge through cannabis. You're cooking with cannabis. Holler at me. Maybe you can cook something and bring it on the show, share your recipe, show people how to do it the right way. Maybe you make butter. Maybe you make hair products. You're doing something with cannabis and you want to let people know, get more people on your website, make that cash register ring, make that cash app go crazy. Holler at me. It doesn't cost you anything to come on the show. It just costs you a little money to advertise and market with the show. But to come on the show doesn't cost you nothing but a joint or a blunt, well, however you want to do it, before on it to get your info out there about your cannabis experience. But again, Brandon is breaking it down on what cannabis lifestyle can be. With most people, it's like when people do shrooms for the first time. They hear these stories about shrooms and they finally do it. They're like,
Hey, I was there. I was there. I ain't tell you about that, huh? Man, me and my wife did it for the first time a couple weeks ago, man. But I think that was some Reggie shrooms. So
uh-huh,
I've seen a lot of shrooms,
uh-huh,
but I ain't never done shrooms. So
right.
I kind of know what they look like. And she had got these shrooms, and as soon as I opened the bag and looked at them, I was like, man, I don't know about these. These shrooms. I don't know if I want to do this or not. And so, anyways, we did them though. Took a half gram and didn't feel anything.
Okay.
Didn't feel anything, man. And we had smoked after that too. And so I didn't even take the other one. We didn't even eat the other one. I just went and got some. After that, I was kind of pissed off. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
now you
And
weren't in a
so
happy spot.
yeah, now I gotta go to the homie that I knew had some.
Oh,
And
man.
so I went and got some real ones now, some good ones. I forgot what they was called. It was white something, but they like white and blue, and they look real nice. But we probably gonna take them this weekend. See what happened.
That's the only psychedelic I know people plan to do. Look,
Yeah.
next Tuesday
Right,
we're
right,
gonna
right,
do some
right. Because he
shrooms.
told me to watch out. He was like, "Man, watch out, B. Like, take it easy on these." I was like, "All right, bro, all right." Because he the expert. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? He's an expert. So hopefully those do what I'm looking for. But I still might take, I don't know, maybe a half a gram.
gotcha,
I was thinking
gotcha.
about taking a gram, but I don't know. I might just take a gram. I don't know.
Are you a self-taught grower? And did you go? Did you buy a book?
Basically, I mean, my uncle. Remember, it was me and my uncle that founded the nonprofit, and so when he lived in Las Vegas, he had learned how to grow down there when it was legal, and then he had moved back up to St. Louis, and he taught me how to grow the way he grow, and then I basically started growing hydroponics, so because he grow on like soil and cocoa, so I just took that same growing knowledge and just apply different principles of it really. So I learned a little bit from him, and then the hydro side, I just kind of learned all that by myself, just kind of doing research and stuff.
So you've read some books on the hydroponics
Yeah. Just trying to
and the
learn that.
YouTube videos and things of that nature.
Right. Trying to learn that and figure out the ins and outs of that. Which could be a pain. It's a little more expensive to invest in them hydroponic
Right.
that equipment. But it's pretty cool though in the long run. It pays for itself in the long run.
See, a lot of people don't understand that concept. It's like when I was in I used to be in the transportation game. I
Right.
drove a limo and I drove a golf cart. And if you own the limo, you can make so much money. And when you tell people that, they're looking at the price of the vehicle
Right.
and the maintenance, but there's so much more to it. When
Yeah.
you have a golf cart, they're looking at what can you make in a golf cart. So you're thinking small change here. You're thinking small change.
Right.
So when people say, "Hey, how much is this going to cost?" So realistically speaking, someone's at home right now, really want to go down this Cannabis Avenue, and shout out to St. Louis City on 2 ounces and 16 plants. Six plants. Almost got somebody in
I
trouble.
wish it was 16. I wish it was 16.
2 ounces, 6 plants. Shout out to St. Louis City.
Yep,
Shout out.
that's a
But
good
if
thing.
you're at home right now and you're like, "Hey, we should do this. You can cook good and shit. I like to smoke. We should do something. All this. We need to figure it out." What would you tell a person like that? They got a little change.
Yeah, they look.
Is it less than 500 to start out, or more than 500 to start out?
It depends on how small you go, but you would
Which
spend over
I just want to
500.
take care of the household.
You would spend over 500.
Over 500.
You would probably spend on the low end maybe like 800 or so, um, and on like the regular end like 1500. But that'll get you a size setup, especially like people that haven't grown anything. I really recommend that they only grow one plant. You know what I'm
I was about
saying?
to
Just get
say.
a small setup to grow one plant in, see how that goes, because it's a lifestyle. So if you're growing 6 plants or something, that's like having 6 kids at home.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Like them kids got to be taken care of as well. So like in my personal, I wake up earlier than I need to, just to go in the grow. So if I gotta be somewhere at 7, I'm waking up earlier just to go in the grow for like an hour or two before I
So
leave
you
the
go in there and
house.
talk to them. You got to have that conversation. That
Yeah.
means talking to your plants.
Yeah,
Going and having that
that's
conversation.
real. Yeah, that's real.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
You can't be angry,
going into
yelling at
your
the plant,
grow.
taking that
Yeah,
negative energy. You got to be a positive person.
yeah,
That's why I say, people that just smoke are different than people that grow and smoke. Totally different. It's an appreciation value to it.
yeah. Right.
It's a love. It's the things growers shake their heads at would amaze you when it comes to the process and actual the final cut process of adding fire to it, of putting it
Mm-hmm.
in some food or whatever it may be. Now you guys do liquid as well.
What like rosin and stuff, oils? Nah. Well, my rosin, I go have somebody else press it. Like
Okay.
sometimes I will have rosin. I just have somebody else press the flower. But we do. I got one person on the team that he has a rosin press that he be pressing up a little bit of stuff too. And really, personally, I just do that and like butters.
Okay.
My wife, she'll cook it down into some butter and she'll make edibles sometimes, or just we'll just keep the butter just to cook with.
See, that's the beautiful thing of the medicinal side, because now the senior citizens are getting relief out of it.
Right.
The arthritis people, the people dealing with daily pain, even the PTSD people, high anxiety people. Everybody has a unique story behind the benefits of cannabis being in their life,
Right.
as opposed to what hell 10 to 15 years ago to 20 years ago. That 10 to 20 years ago, the cannabis conversation was so taboo, so taboo. Now look at the people. You got St. Louis University College, got a cannabis course, about to graduate its first graduating class. I'm going to say that one more time. SLU, the Jesuits, the college, here in St. Louis, 2-year cannabis course about to have their first graduating class. That is letting you know cannabis is in the conversation across the homes. Everyone is having that conversation every day. It is no more sneaking in your room, in the basement, in the attic, in the backyard, or the garage, or in the dog shed to smoke anymore. You can have that conversation. But on the other end of that, being the holiday weekend, still be respectful of people's houses on the way you smell going in their house. All weed don't smell good to everybody when you're going in their house. Don't be that loud. Have a backup plan. Don't spray the cologne on top of the weed. don't do that. I'm gonna say that one more time. Don't spray the cologne on top of the weed. That's like going to the barber shop and putting the hat on in front of the barber. Oh, good God. Oh,
Ruin the whole
you just ruined Picasso's greatest work. And now you want to mask this cologne, what, $85 to $125 a bottle now? You want to put that on top of cannabis?
Right.
Let's think better, people. Let's think better. We can smoke with the windows down in between houses. Not just in the basement, because that's not the normal odor from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s on what they have today. That's that evacuation smell they got going on.
Hey, I walked into a lady house one time. I ain't have on no cologne or nothing, but I just smoked before I went to her house, and she was like, What's that you got on? You smell good." And I was like, "I don't know. I smoked on the way over here. I ain't got no cologne or nothing, but I smoked on the way over here." I was like, "I guess it was wild."
So the best advice you can give people in the cannabis lifestyle: start with one plant.
1 point.
Just
Yeah.
one plant to see if you can make it. See if we got this investment going the right way.
Right.
I got this.
And that's the big thing, man. It's an investment, time and money. Like it's a
What's
big
up, Kevin? What's
time and
going on,
money
boss?
investment.
Yeah, and then if you've got some experience, but you're stuck right now, that neutral spot, you're like, I don't want to go forward and I don't want to start over. I'm missing something. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to the team over at elitehomegrowers.org. Maybe they can check them on out. See if we can go down. It could be something. Maybe we're overthinking the process. Sometimes you do that. I've been there before.
Yeah, that's a big
Because
thing.
you're rushing. You want to get to the end so fast, you're missing this one key component of the thing, or the system, or the mechanism. You don't want to start over. You don't want to look at the directions because you think that's beneath you. Damn that. Show me the direction. That's all I want. I want to do this shit the right way the first damn time. Don't waste my damn time at all. At all. No pun intended. But again, this is the first episode of something I'm going to bring in next year. It's going to be called Who's to Blaze, a cannabis influence based show through live streaming. And I'm going to talk with local growers and cookers and people that use cannabis in their everyday lifestyle. And I think we'll have a lot of fun with this because we got a card game on the way called Chill or Combo. So that's what happens when you smoke. You ever smoke with people, you just chilling. Nobody is saying nothing.
Right.
Or it turns into a conversation piece where everybody say, oh, we got deep. We got deep.
Depending on what kind of smoke.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the ones that ruin the high, the ones that intensify the high. Now, I'm not having no serious conversation, but I want to have that conversation of how you spell the word W.
a long conversation.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. And like the word resume and resume, that's crazy. That has to be confusing to a child. As you growing up, when you first came across the word resume and resume, there had to be a head scratching ceremony. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on. I mean, it makes you just really magnify things to a whole new level. That's why I hate watching anything that deals with a conspiracy. If I smoke that really good cannabis, because now I'm going to, because like that new JFK revisited. Look here.
Oh yeah.
Look here. Look here. Look here.
But a lot of them conspiracy theories,
They're true.
They be the truth.
After I saw this one, Brandon, look, I'm a sports fanatic. And every time I get a try to stir the pot and things when they come to my sports conspiracy theories, my friends like, Dre, you crazy. If you really think that's going on. Hold on. Whoa. They, in broad daylight, killed the president of the United States. And nobody saw nothing. Nobody has talked about it. Everybody, you talking about not being a snitch.
Right.
You talking about the word, not one person said a fuck. Who has that type of dedication?
Hey, money.
These motherfuckers didn't say a word, but this new documentary is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling.
The world messed up, man.
And then watching the Britney Murphy story and the Britney Spears situation. Look here. My sports theories are true.
Yeah. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Because money will make you do crazy things. If you don't believe me, there's one relative that's in town for everybody that came across some money. Watch how that relative act. That's all I'm saying. It's all gonna be cut all because of the money. Watch, there's always one. It's always at Thanksgiving. Always. But again, we're gonna love thy family.
Love
again,
them.
We have rules tonight. Don't forget, your kids are home from college. Don't bring that person home. Bang in the bar's bathroom or the parking lot. Got a baby at home. Don't forget that. Uncle Gary's downstairs. The guest room is off. Don't take people to your neighborhood bar. They're going to know your real nickname. Don't do that. No family arguments tomorrow. No breadcrumbs on green beans or mac and cheese. Stop that shit. Stop it. Have that conversation with the person that's about to meet your family for the first time tomorrow. There's a difference between the weed house and the alcoholic house. They're two different houses. Get that in the car. Y'all got to talk about it, not in the driveway. On the drive back, because everybody looking at y'all in the window. There they go. Who is that he got with him? Who that with him? Family watching. And if you home from school and already dropped out and don't know how to tell the family, go ahead and tell them right now. Go ahead.
Tell them now.
Just tell them right now. Go ahead and tell them right now. They'll forgive you. It happens. They dropped out too. But the beauty, you can go back.
Always go back. Make sure you pay them that money you owe them.
Your daddy going to be pissed though. Real talk, your daddy going to be pissed. But this is the first pilot episode of Who's to Blaze. I'm Dre Montez. I'm going to be your host. It's my boy Brandon here from EliteHomegrowers.org. Check it out. Find out what you need to know about the cannabis lifestyle. Again, shout out to my man Jason at Graffiti Lofts, as well as THC, Hustle Campaign, and Great Grizzly Bear. My man Jonathan again. Thank you to the crew and staff. It's going to be a lot of people down here getting crazy and wild. Rules to going out tonight. Everybody listen up. You're not going to go to the bar and turn around and say, what you guys want? You must go to the bar and know what you're going to fucking order, okay? We're not going to turn around and say, what? 2 but 6? Give me 7 but Hey, we're moving on. I want you to have a game plan. There should be one person going to the bar to order the drinks that can get the job done. We don't need 5 people from the group going to the bar, okay? We need to stop that. And if you're not pissing in the bathroom, don't go in there. Wait on that person outside. Let's stop these long lines out. Stop it out. Rule number 3, no cock blocking. Stop it. They probably need it. They probably need it. 4, there's no such thing tonight as I got this. I'm going to drive. No. No.
Oh, that's over.
We're going to call Uber, Lyft, limousine service, or we're walking. Know who you're with. Take a picture to see where you're at. Let's have a hand signal. Don't forget grandma and grandpa expecting y'all tomorrow. Don't forget that. Be on your best behavior tonight. And most importantly, love thy family this weekend. Nobody is getting into no domestic violence. You know that girl that moved on, don't go to that damn house tomorrow. You know that boy that moved on, don't go over there saying, I want my baby. You had that baby all damn week.
Hey, no child support.
I want my baby. I want my baby. You had that baby all damn week. Let's go to the damn baby fuck.
Let the ladies know. Don't leave your drinks unattended.
Yes, ladies, do not leave your drink unattended. They out here. It's holiday weekend. Holiday weekend. Be careful. Be careful. And don't hear this. Oh, she'll be back. She just walked into the car. What? What woman walks a dude to the car? Stop it. Go with them. Record it all. Where you going? Bring her back here. Get them nabbed tonight. But be careful if you're in Soulard. Don't forget, if you're going to a Blues game anytime and you happen to stop by a Great Grizzly Bear, they have a shuttle, as well as the Wood Shack, Hammerstones, 9th Street Deli at Howard's. You can always contact Ballpark Shuttle STL 314-722-6088. Let them know Dre Montez sent you. And if you have a golf cart and don't have insurance, same on you. Stop by Allstate Insurance, located in the heart of Soulard. Jim and Julie Price, Allstate Insurance. Tell them Dre Montez sent you. Get your golf cart insured today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the pilot episode of Who's to Blaze with Dre Montez. Today my guest was Brandon from EliteHomeGrowers.org. Check it out for more information. Maybe he can get you out of neutral in the drive or get you out of park in the drive. Either way, we should be doing some of that backyard in that damn basement or attic other than putting her in there. Guys, have fun tonight, kids. I know I will. Don't forget to join me at 4 o'clock. I will be at Friendly's in South City. Yeah, that'll be the last show today. And then I got to get ready for the big day tomorrow myself. Turkey Day.